A massive statewide economic bill is now law in Missouri, giving St. Louis the reconstruction tools developers tell me we haven't had for decades. And that's a big deal, whether you live in the city of St. Louis or you live in Jefferson County or St. Charles, because startups create jobs that fuel our region. There's two pieces that I'm focusing on in this story. One is the Angel Fund, which is cash on hand for startups. It's ready almost immediately. The other piece is the Downtown Innovation District, the concrete. And this one could take some time. See, it could be a game changer for places like downtown St. Louis. St. Louis City Mayor Kara Spencer's office tells me the state scorecard for that to move forward may not be ready until at least early 2027. So here I am in the OPO startups. This is the old post office in St. Charles. It's now the home to 70 or 80 startups. And I'm told as they scale beyond this facility, when they leave, they're staying local. And that's the whole aim of this bill, now law, that I'm talking to you about. So tonight, we're going to analyze the cash. We're going to take a look at the concrete and size up the timeline.
Cranes in a skyline signal progress.
People see this every day. So they're witnessing the demolition of the Millennium as it happens, whether you're coming in off of I-44 or you're sitting in Busch Stadium watching a Cardinal game. People are seeing progress day by day. And that's important. We want St. Louis to take inspiration from that.
Ryan McClure with the Gateway Arch Park Foundation is behind some of the biggest projects in downtown St. Louis, including the Millennium Hotel demo, making way for a new $670 million development. McClure says St. Louis, and Missouri for that matter, have lacked tools other major markets have flexed, like financing major projects, like this one transforming the St. Louis skyline. That tool is back with Modessa.
We were missing those. We have them now, so it's huge.
The people doing the work tell me that St. Louis has lacked the tools to compete. This bill creates them. Two lanes. The first is angel credits to put cash in the hands of startups. The second is innovation districts, where companies who qualify get 3% of payroll back to pump into the business, public safety and beautification, turning downtown perception into momentum.
Inside T-Rex in downtown St. Louis, Jesse Winters helps startups launch and scale.
T-Rex is a nonprofit innovation hub and tech incubator where we make sure that tech companies grow, start, and establish themselves here in St. Louis.
He says the metric is economic development, and he says T-Rex-backed companies have generated about $1 billion of impact since 2011.
Those startups are dramatically impacted by the access to capital that they have.
And that's where this new Angel tax credit comes in, designed to get Missouri investors to write more checks to Missouri founders so companies don't have to leave to get funded.
The Angel Tax Credit Program is really a way for us to compete with the states around us that give incentives to those investors that invest in founders.
Travis Fitzwater says the program starts with a hard cap, $6 million in year one, with room to grow.
It's capped at $6 million in the first year, and if it reaches those targets, then it can get bumped $1 million a year for a couple years.
Under the Innovation District plan, qualifying companies could get back 3% of payroll. Winters says on a $900,000 payroll, that's about $27,000 a year. Money a startup can reinvest right back into growth.
That they then have to put right back into the growth of that company so that they can use that on hiring an additional engineer, purchasing new software, whatever that may be. That would be $27,000 that they wouldn't have otherwise. For a small growth stage company, that is incredibly impactful.
Now let's talk concrete, the physical reconstruction of downtown St. Louis. The incentives designed to transform empty high-rises like the former AT&T building into residential lofts can't move yet. Developer Charles Goldman says there's a heavy bureaucratic lift before anyone can apply.
In order for us to apply for the office to residential tax credit, the city needs to create the Missouri Innovation Zone, and it can't do so until the Department of Economic Development has finished with their rules and regulations.
To secure state approval, the city must create a one-stop shop to drastically speed up permitting, cutting through red tape that currently stalls massive rebuild projects.
They would apply through the one-stop shop, and the one-stop shop would communicate all of their information to fire, safety, building, zoning, board of aldermen.
But who is creating that one-stop shop and when? The mayor's office tells First Alert 4 they are still working to understand the state's process to establish downtown zone and revealed the state scorecard needed to launch might not be ready until the first quarter of 2027. But with this legislation in the works since February, skeptics wonder if City Hall is already behind. The Those close to the negotiations say it's not a lack of will, but the complicated reality of translating state law into local action.
With this being a state bill, making sure that gets kind of navigated within the city, that can sometimes be complicated.
At the same time, some developers are ready to go.
We are eager, very eager to move forward and would like to move forward in 2027 with the idea of completing the project in several phases over the next several years.
While these developers navigate the policy in 2027, rebuilding along the riverfront is already progressing in real time. Cranes at the Old Millennium Hotel are removing materials day by day.
Cranes in the air are immediate symbols of progress. And you're seeing cranes doing demolition right now, but then right after that, you're going to see cranes building into the air. And I think you're going to see more of that in downtown in the coming years.
I'm told demolition on the Millennium Hotel will wrap up by the end of 2027. Another goal for next year, developers like Charles Goldman, they want to see the city lock in its rules when it comes to innovation districts. And so that's also going to include a meeting between the city and the state. We want to see those new boundary lines for the innovation districts and also see what gets approved first for those angel credits for startups all across the region.